The Hollywood Museum presents Hollywood Museum Squares. The Hollywood Museum, Hollywood's official museum, features the world's largest collection of Tinseltown memorabilia and showbiz treasures. From Marilyn Monroe's $1 Million Dress and Hannibal Lecter's cell, complete with original props from Silence of the Lambs, to the Beverly Hillbillies' famous Model T. It's all right here. Visit the Hollywood Museum, where Tinseltown magic comes alive. And now, our special presentation of the Hollywood Museum Squares. From his northwest corner, Jim J. Bullock. From Knott's Landing, Donna Mills. From his podcast, Gilbert Gottfried. From the comedy stage, Judy Tenuta. From General Hospital, Carolyn, Hennesy. From Judge Judy, Petri, Hawkins, Byrd. From Mr. Blvd, Ilene, Graff. From my three sons, Barry, Livingston. And from the center square, Bruce Vilanch. They are the Hollywood Museum Squares. And here's your host, John Davidson.
Woo, woo, woo. Oh, thank you, Shadoe Stevens. Well, what a thrill to be introduced by that voice. Welcome to the Hollywood Museum Squares. Hello, stars.
Hey, hello, John. Good to see you.
Oh, I have so many memories. What I remember most, when Shadoe Stevens and I did the first year when I was hosting, we had a baby together.
Whoa.
I don't mean we had. We each had babies. That's what I'm trying to say. He had Amber with his wife Beverly, and I had Ashley with my wife Rhonda, and so we both became fathers at the same time during that first year. There's a lot of memories. It's a family here, and the show's affected us all in so many ways. Enough about us. Let's meet our contestants. Kathy is our circle. Kathy, to tell the stars something about yourself.
Well, I'm a huge fan of the original Hollywood Squares. One of my dearest friends was Rose Marie, who used to sit in that top center square up there. Wow. So really happy to be here.
Yes.
Well, welcome to the Hollywood Museum Squares, and good luck today. On my right, Jeffrey, Mr. X. Jeffrey, is there something that the stars should know about you just for their own personal safety?
Well, it's interesting. I've been in HR for about 20 years. I lived in LA for about 3 decades. I was a PR consultant for the Daytime Emmys, and right now I'm spending the winter in Maine. But I'm anxious to get back out to LA.
Welcome to the show to both our contestants.
Good luck with the hat.
Great to have you both here and on this special show highlighting the Hollywood Museum and their celebration of American motion pictures and television in the entertainment capital of the world, of course. We got a lot of fun in store and great stars to play our game. So let's get to it. Here's how you play. The object of the game is to get tic-tac-toe, of course, 3 squares across, up and down, or diagonally, or to acquire the most squares. You can win that way as well. Now, we'll play 3 games probably. The first game is worth 500 points. Second game, 500 points. Third game is worth 1,000 points, so you can catch it if you're in trouble. Yeah. And then if the person with the most points, we have a special prize for you. It is a celebrity tour of the Hollywood Museum with 10 of your best friends.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Now remember, the way you earn a square is by determining if the star is telling the truth or just fooling around. All right. We toss the coin backstage. Jeffrey, it is your chance to go first. Pick a square.
All right, let's start with the lovely Donna Mills.
Oh, that Donna Mills.
That Donna Mills.
Hello.
Welcome to the squares. Here's your question. You're spending the night at a hotel, and the couple next door starts having loud sex. According to goodhousekeeping.com, what should you do?
Would it be rude to applaud? No. Well, I think probably what you would need to do would be to knock on their door and interrupt them, unfortunately, and tell them to keep it down or up.
You would knock on their door. Jeffrey, what do you think?
I disagree.
Good for you. X gets the square. Now, here the answer is alert the front desk. Don't go anywhere near those
Yeah.
people. They're busy. They're busy. Your
Yes.
turn. Pick a square.
I want Bruce Vilanch in the center.
Ah,
Hey.
Bruce.
Bruce in the center. How
Tom-
many times I've heard that?
Tom Bergeron told me so much about you, and I decided to come to the show anyway.
I know exactly. Most of it's true. That's the sad part. But
We've enjoyed you so much on Tom Bergeron's version of the square.
I think I had a great time. He wouldn't let me dance with the stars. He was afraid. But other than that, it
You've
was
written
very cool.
Emmys?
This is for Netflix people out there. You'll understand.
Yes.
Oh,
A
okay.
writer for so many award shows. Here's your question, Bruce.
Yeah.
After 23 years, Merv Griffin stopped doing it. Doing what?
Bothering Pat Sajak. Just tapping on his shoulder and calling him Vanna. It was very rude. It was just terrible.
After 23 years, Merv
Well,
Griffin.
I think he was on the air that long. I think after 23 years, he stopped hosting his show.
You think so, huh? Let's see. Kathy, do you agree?
I do agree.
That's it. Circle gets the square.
Ah, woo, 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 woo.
Very nice. And what a great host he was. I always admired Merv Griffin. He made the stars shine, they used to say. Jeffrey, it's over to you. Pick a square.
Let's go with Judy Tenuta.
I admire the crazy things that you do.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I'm a petite flower giver goddess, fashion plate saint, and yes, those are my titles. Oh, an Aphrodite of the accordion.
Oh, you have a squeeze box.
Yes. Judy has a squeeze box.
It has a name.
All right.
Something about a box.
Listen, here's your question, all right? Take a look at the photo. That is the iconic DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future. A studio executive had another title for this movie. Was it Spaceman from Pluto, Future Man, or Back in Time?
I am going to say back in time.
All right.
Oh, let's go back in time.
Back in time, Jeffrey. And there she said it again. What do you think?
I'm going to agree.
No. It was originally called Spaceman from Pluto.
Ew.
Oh,
Wow.
I like my title better.
Museum, you would
How
find out a
apropos.
lot of facts like that, and it's a fun place to go to. We hope you'll all support it and go by there. All right, Kathy, it's over to you. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go with Gilbert Gottfried for the win.
Yes, this would be for the win. Hi, Gilbert.
Hi.
I've always loved your voice, and you at Aladdin, you were the silly bird in Aladdin, and then you were on SpongeBob, and now you have your own podcast. But the question is, do you know the answer to this question? You see a mall, you score in the tri-zone, and then there's a breakdown. What are you doing, Gilbert?
Dating.
Oh, you silly bird, you.
You see a mall, you try to score in the tri-zone, and then there's a breakdown. What are you doing, Gilbert?
Playing rugby.
Oh, he says that with a lot of assurance, Kathy. What do you think? This would be for the win. You get 500 points.
I have no idea, so I'm going to agree.
That's it. Circle gets a square. 500 points. Very nice. Gilbert, are you a sportsman, Gilbert? Have you ever played rugby?
Yeah, I'm a lot firmer in real life.
We'll be right back. Game number 2, also worth 500 points. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Peter Marshall, and we're so glad you're enjoying the special edition of Hollywood Museum Squares. You know, back in 1966, when Hollywood Squares premiered, I thought it would probably be a 13-week gig. Then we did the show for 16 years daytime and 8 years in primetime. It was the most fun and the easiest thing I've ever done in show business. So hats off to my buddies, John Davidson and Tom Bergeron, who did a wonderful job carrying on the Square's tradition of laughs and fun. It's a pleasure to join them and our other hosts for this series of the Hollywood Museum Squares, spotlighting the Hollywood Museum and its fine work preserving our entertainment industry history. Oh, by the way, thanks to you for being here. You know, we couldn't do it without you.
Hi, I'm Danelle Dadigan, president and founder of the Hollywood Museum in the historic Max Factor building here in Hollywood. When we originally thought up the idea to invite Hollywood personalities to send in their short videos to use on the Hollywood Museum's social media platforms, we honestly had no idea of the overwhelming response we would receive.
I've been in the Hollywood Museum's collection for years. It's such a fun place to be.
One of my favorite exhibits from television is the chair that Edith Ann, Lily Tomlin, as Edith Ann sat in on Laughing. It's so huge.
Jane, by the way, sends her love. Thank you for thinking of us as trailblazers rather than as museum pieces.
Visit the Hollywood Museum.
Hope to see you there soon.
I truly love the Hollywood Museum.
And check out the Hollywood Museum and all of its wonderful exhibits.
So I hope to see you there as soon as possible.
We hope that you get a chance to come out and visit.
I guarantee you're going to have a wonderful time.
I hope everyone will take a moment to check out these wonderful videos and send us a comment.
Welcome back to the Hollywood Museum Squares. Time to play game number 2 worth 500 points. Jeffrey, you don't have any money yet. Kathy's ahead. You got to try to catch up. It's your turn, Jeffrey. Go for it. Pick a star.
All right, let's start with Jim J. Bullock.
Oh my God.
The burden.
You've got a Kleenex around your shirt. You know that, right? I'm just telling you this.
Yeah, because we have to do our own makeup on this shitty show.
I like the beard. Does the beard come on and off? Is
John?
Is that a real beard? Jim, with you, we don't know because you hover the field and rarely land. So I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, of course it's a real beard.
Okay, all right. Here's your question, Jeffrey.
Oh dear.
See how you'd answer this.
Good luck.
RateMyJob.com. You've heard of that? RateMyJob.com. What did they list as one of the easiest jobs to do in 2021?
No. Game show host.
You think it's easy what I do up here?
No, I don't think it's easy what you do up there. I'm admiring you.
What do you think? The easiest job to do in 2021?
Easiest job to do in 2021, I would say be a video game player, okay?
He says video game player. Jeffrey, what do you think?
I'm going to disagree.
No, he's exactly
Really?
right.
Oh my God.
Where?
I don't believe it.
Jim, how did you get that? You're an intelligent guy.
I got to go back to my vodka. I don't know.
All right, Kathy, over to you. You got one on the board. Pick a square.
I'm going to go with Carolyn Hennesy.
Carolyn, hi. You Emmy Award winner, you. How many general hospitals did you do?
I have, it's now 500 and counting, but it was only supposed to be 2 days of work 14 years ago. So
wow.
Goodness. Yeah. I don't know how you learn all that dialogue, but we love watching it. All right, here's your question. What you see there is a display from the Hollywood Museum. That is the Batmobile from the 60s TV show Batman, and the costumes worn by Adam West and Burt Ward. Now, Burt did a screen test with another leading man at the time. Was it James Brolin, Lyle Waggoner, or Robert Conrad?
it was none of them. It was Bruce Vilanch.
Sure.
Well, you're close. I screen tested for the role of Fat Man, which I got. But the show went nowhere.
No, it was.
Stop it.
No, it was Bob Conrad. It was Robert Conrad.
It was Robert Conrad. Well, what do you think, Kathy?
I hope you're telling the truth, Carolyn. I'm going to agree.
No.
Oh, Kathy.
Handsome Lyle Wagoner from the Carol Burnett Show.
Oh, wow.
Square. Jeffrey, she's helping you out here. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's go with Bruce Vilanch.
Yes, Bruce.
Man. I'm ready. We're all ready.
Bruce, here's your question. We all know the beautiful Ilene Graff starred in the classic sitcom Mr. Belvedere, among her many talents. And the theme song referenced to, quote, streaks on the china. That's the theme song, has that in its lyrics, streaks on the china. Well, if you had streaks on your china, would salt help remove them?
I don't know. I have help who does that. Well, I have help for this question. Streaks on your china,
Yeah.
and in your heart. I remember that tune. Streaks on your china, salt. I don't think so. No, I don't think that would help.
Okay, he says he doesn't think so. Jeffrey, what do you think?
I'm going to agree.
No. Yes, a mixture of lemon juice and salt is what works. So, circle gets the square. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Isn't that amazing? It's over to you, Kathy. What are you going to do here? I think check out the board, and maybe there's something that you have to do here.
I'm going to go with Donna Mills for the win.
Woohoo! To play the game. You've watched this game before. Donna, here's a visual for you. Take a look at another great item showcased at the Hollywood Museum. This is Lucille Ball's Emmy for Best Actress, 1955. It was for I Love Lucy, of course. What was the title of her popular radio show that I Love Lucy was based on? Was the title of the radio show Here's Lucy, The Lucille Ball Show, or My Favorite Husband?
I'm going to go with My Favorite Husband, because that seems like the most bizarre one.
All right. Now, this would be for the win, Kathy. What do you think? She says My Favorite Husband was the original name. What do you think?
I agree.
Circle gets the square. You got the game.
Oh, God. Wow.
Very nice.
Terrible.
Boy. Oh, yeah, Kathy. Another 500 points brings your total to 1,000. You've won game number 2. But right after the break, we're going to play game number 3, which is worth 1,000. Jeffrey, you could catch up right after. We'll be right back.
Oh, the excitement of it all.
Celebrate your favorite films and television shows at the Hollywood Museum. 4 floors of breathtaking exhibits highlight the very best from 100 years of Hollywood history. Travel back to the future with Doc Brown's original time-traveling DeLorean and say hi to Marty McFly. From Knots Landing, it's 80s high fashion with original costumes from this long-running hit. Holy hooray for Hollywood Batman, it's the Batmobile. And the Batcave, too. Relive the thrill and excitement as our Cape Crusaders defend Gotham City. On your 3-hour tour, take a second to remember all the fun with the gang on Gilligan's Island. And descend into the dungeon of doom beneath the museum. Sit in Clarice's chair outside Dr. Hannibal Lecter's cell and feel the heart-stopping terror of Silence of the Lambs. All this and more at the Hollywood Museum, where Tinseltown magic comes alive.
Oh, hello, Hollywood Museum Squares. It is I, Judy Tenuta. Here we go. Party in your square, party in your square. Just pick a star and they will take you there. You will have so much fun on the air. Party in your Hollywood Museum Squares.
Hello, I'm Danelle Dadigan, President and founder of the Hollywood Museum in the historic Max Factor building in Hollywood. On behalf of the entire Hollywood Museum family, we would like to thank the more than 40 personalities, directors, producers, writers, and crew who have so graciously come together for these truly remarkable productions of the Hollywood Museum Squares.
In 5, 4, a big applause, everyone. 3, 2.
So many of the original stars of this hit game show are featured in the museum, including its 3 famous hosts, the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall, John Davidson, and Tom Bergeron. The Hollywood Squares entertained audiences for more than 40 years in many incarnations. We invite you to sit back alone or with your family, play along with your favorite stars, and enjoy the rest of the show.
And welcome back to Hollywood Museum Squares. In case we don't get a chance to complete this last game, I need to tell you that you will hear a sound like a horn. And that sound will mean that we will finish that question, and then each X and O on the board will be worth 200 points. So let's get started. This game is worth 1,000 points if we can finish it. And Jeffrey, it's your turn. Pick a square.
All right, let's go with Petri, Hawkins, Byrd.
Oh,
whoa!
I was hoping to get a chance to talk to you.
you know, as a bailiff, I don't get a chance to say much on my show, so this experience has been totally like that.
Well, we wanted to make you feel at home by not letting you speak. Right. Here's your question, big guy. Some people know it as tinkle bells. What do we call it today?
Bruce Vilanch.
Oh,
thank you. You know, I enjoyed these.
They made me say it, Bruce. They made me say it.
Some people know it as tinkle bells. What do we call it today, Petri?
I'm going to say silver bells.
Oh, interesting. Over to you, Jeffrey. What do you think?
I'm going to disagree.
No, he's right. Oh. It's the square. Very nice.
I don't talk much, but when I do, I'm right.
You bet. Over to you, Kathy. What are you going to do? Pick a square.
Go with Judy.
Judy, here's another question from the Hollywood Museum. Take a look at this fantastic 1929 photo of Max Factor. I never knew that was a real guy, but that's Max Factor and Jean Harlow. Oh. Max was one of the first makeup artists to do something when taking publicity photos. What did he do?
Ooh, he would stand on a box to appear taller.
All right. 1929, Max Factor would stand on a box. What do you think, Kathy?
I don't think so. I'm going to disagree.
No, she's exactly right.
Oh my!
On a box to make himself look taller. Isn't that amazing? So X gets the square.
Oh.
And Jeffrey, over to you.
All right, let's go with Bruce Vilanch.
Yeah,
yes.
Bruce Vilanch.
Let's go with Bruce.
You're getting a lot of attention, but then you like that.
I know, exactly.
There's something special about Barbara Stanwyck's 1938 Oscar gown seen right here at the museum. What is special about it?
It was designed for Milton Berle. Oddly enough, they were the same size in almost every place.
I crawled in his square.
He had a big valley. What can I tell you? Can we look at that dress again for just a moment?
Barbara Stanwyck's 1938 Oscar gown seen here.
Wow,
what is special about that?
What's special about it is she couldn't sit down in it. And her dog agreed. That was Barbara's assistant, who really was a dog. I don't even want to say.
She couldn't sit down in it. What do you think?
No, I'm going to disagree.
Good for you. X gets the square. But let me tell you the right answer, because this is fascinating where our staff has come up with these things. And they probably tell you this at the museum. Barbara Stanwyck told the designer not to spend time on the right side of the gown because she wouldn't let the photographers photograph her from that side. Can you believe that?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was, a lot of them were like that. Claudette Colbert was like that. They called one side of her face the dark side of the moon. Never thought.
All right, it's over to Kathy. Kathy, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go with Gilbert Gottfried for the block.
Oh.
Before Hollywood Squares, Gilbert, I hosted another game show on NBC in 1985. What was the game show called that I hosted in 1985?
Bowling for hairspray.
Another hair joke. Why do I always get hair jokes? I got my hair is not my fault, Gilbert. My hair just keeps growing. I'm like an albino chia pet.
I feel your pain.
Yes, right.
And Donna too. I mean, we all.
I hosted another game show in '85, and no one seemed to care. But what was the name of it?
Celebrity sweepstakes.
Oh, that's interesting. Kathy, what do you think? This would be for the win if you get it right. Excuse me, this would be for the block. What do you think? He says celebrity sweepstakes.
I don't think so. I'm going to disagree.
You have the block. It was Time Machine. Fascinating idea. Thank you, Gilbert.
I didn't know
Time Machine. Actually, a very clever idea, but the show never made it. So
very popular for its time.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, let's go with Jim J. Bullock.
Oh.
Hey, Bullock.
Yes.
Jim, I have such great memories of working with you on the squares that I hosted, and it's great to see you again.
It's so great to see you too. Me too, John. Thank you.
Yeah. Listen to this. Here's your question. Hitty Titty, and Tit Bore are both names of Scottish what?
Wonderful girls once you get to know them.
Was that a Scottish brogue that you? Was that a?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I got a text.
You do dialects?
Could I hear it again, please?
You just want
Hitty Titty.
Hitty Titty and Titbore are both names of Scottish what?
Hitty Titty. And I'm gonna, oh God, don't go with this. TikTok girls.
I will disagree.
Good for you. They're games, but they're played like peekaboo. It's more like peekaboo. X gets a square. Kathy, what do you think?
I lean to block.
Yeah, that's one way to play it, sure.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
Kathy, let's see what we can do.
Yeah, she's counting on you, Eileen. In a recent study, Eileen, 56% of wives said they hate when their husband does this. Does what?
Has another wife at the same time. So bad. Well, this of course doesn't happen in my house. Not in my house. When they leave that toilet seat open, you know, when they don't put the top down on the toilet seat, I think that irritates most of us. Not me, but most people.
She says when they leave the toilet seat up. Kathy, what do you think?
I'm going to disagree because I think that percentage would be higher.
The stubble in the sink. Circle square. All right.
All right.
You have the block there. It's
Lord.
You, Jeffrey, what are you going to do?
Go for Donna Mills for the win.
Yes, she's a winner.
Come on, Jim. Come on.
Donna, when a female horse and a male ass have a baby, what is it called?
A Kardashian?
A mini titty.
Sorry.
Female horse and a male ass have a baby. What do they call it?
A donkey.
I would agree.
No, it's a mule. Circle gets a square.
Oh.
All right, it's over to you, Kathy. 2 squares left. Which way are you going to go?
Pick me.
I won't win with you.
I'm just me. It's all about me.
Kathy, what do you think?
Barry Livingston for the win.
Thank you so much. Barry, this is for the win. Oh, there's our horn.
There's my Uber. Gotta go.
Our horn means that we'll finish this question and then add up the scores, and each Each square that is taken will be worth 200 points, right? Here's this question. Barry, in ancient Ireland, sucking on this part of a king's body was a sign of submission. What part?
Oh my God.
Sucking on this part of a king's body was a sign of submission. What part?
I think his Lucky Charms, of course.
Lucky Charms.
Okay, I'd say because I like the word, I'm going to say his nipple.
Oh, interesting. All right, and Kathy, what do you think? This would be for the game.
I gotta disagree.
He's exactly right.
His nipple.
No.
Oh, my nipples. Come on. You know.
Just wrong.
All right, it's time to add up our scores. I see that Jeffrey has 800 and Kathy has 1,800, so she is our winner. The game today, but listen, you know, the way we play it here, everyone is a winner at the Hollywood Museum. And so both of you are going to enjoy our prize package. Shadoe Stevens, tell us all about it.
It's a private, celebrity-hosted tour for 10 of the Hollywood Museum. Yes, you and your friends will have a celebrity-guided tour of the most fabulous collection of Hollywood memorabilia in the world. It's all there. One-of-a-kind props, costumes, scripts, photographs, and posters. Over 10,000 showbiz treasures. And you'll visit the salon where legendary makeup artist Max Factor created the looks of Hollywood's golden era greats. The Hollywood Museum, where Tinseltown magic comes alive.
Thank you, Shadoe Stevens. And thank you to all of you at home for joining us. And be sure to check out and support the Hollywood Museum for more great memorabilia from the history of American motion pictures and television. Stars, did you have fun today?
Yes! No.
My name is John Davidson. Thanks. Bye-bye.